Welcome to another motivational interview. I'm Wayne Kelly. Today I feature Dr. Breakthrough, Mr. Stan Harris. And he's called Dr. Breakthrough because he uses demonstrations to teach people how to break through any limitation that might be holding them back. You know the fear barrier? He'll blow you right through that, no problem. In one of his breakthrough seminars, over 108 people broke a board, some broke two for the very first time, and it spanned from an 8-year-old boy to an 81-year-old woman, all without any injuries. He might in fact go down in history as the man who taught more people how to break a board or brick than any other person in history. He's one of the most dynamic speakers you're going to hear. This is Dr. Stan Harris.
My story, I tell you, it's incredible. I was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in the ghettos, and Dad left when I was 3 years of age. And I, as a 6-year-old boy, was out in the middle of a field playing. A gang of teenagers came my way, and this is a lesson I try to teach people in life, and that is instead of being captured by your fear, you need to be catapulted by your fear. Because I froze in my tracks. I didn't even try to run. There's a possibility I could have gotten away, but I didn't even try to run. Well, they grabbed me, they beat me up, threw me out in the middle of a field, stomped all over me. And again, I was just a 6-year-old boy. It never dawned on me why it would take a group of teenagers just to beat up one 6-year-old boy. But then one day it dawned on me, maybe they knew one day I was going to be a bad boy. They had to get me while they could, see. But anyway, beat me up, threw me out in the middle of the field, poured a great big old bucket of tar all over my face, all over my body, and they threw a bunch of feathers on me, and they left me there. Now, I'm thankful that the tar wasn't hot, but it was thick. I almost suffocated. Somebody rushed me to the hospital, got me taken care of. But I always wanted to learn how to protect myself because of that. And my mother wanted a free month of karate lessons. I went with her, and they were kicking and chopping and hollering and screaming. I thought, man, this is it. So my mama stayed in and got what we call too good because one day her and her boyfriend got in a fight, and my mama knocked this guy out cold with a side kick to the throat and the side of the neck. I looked at my brother Ronald. Ronald looked at Lonnie. We looked at the guy on the ground and said, man, whatever you do, don't mess with my mama. My mama's bad. So 36 years ago, I got started in martial arts for 2 reasons. One, to protect myself. And 2, I thought if I became a champion, people would help me. People would respect me and like me and so forth. And so through that journey, which I wanted just to learn self-defense, but they taught me the most important lesson in life, and that is self-discipline. The greatest of all victories is the conquest of one's own self. And learning to have that self-discipline is what propelled me to now 36 years later, I'm now a 10th degree black belt, which is less than 100 of us in the world. I've been voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame as well as the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame. And I've been in all 50 states, 20 foreign countries, been over 2 million miles traveling, teaching people my breakthrough technology, and that is how to break through to the next level. Fact of the matter, I distance myself. I'm no longer a motivational speaker per se, but a breakthrough speaker. They say, what's a breakthrough speaker? One who uses motivation, inspiration, education, and entertainment to accelerate your breakthrough to the next level. It's kind of like a rocket ship. When a rocket ship takes off, until it gets to a place called escape velocity, right before it gets to that place, that rocket ship begins to shake and it almost breaks to pieces. But then it breaks through that escape velocity, and now it's going 25,000 miles per hour. There's 1 million pounds of fuel. 95% of that fuel is used just from liftoff to escape velocity. From that point, it virtually uses no more fuel, and that's what the breakthrough is all about. The breakthrough is like that caterpillar, slow and ugly, crawling on the ground. But after a while, it ends up in a cocoon, and now it's a beautiful butterfly. And that's exactly what I teach people, how to break through. And I usually give people points of a breakthrough. We won't have too much time, but I'll just tease them with a few, if that's okay with you.
You better believe it.
Number one, it takes faith. If you want to have a breakthrough, if you want to break through to your next level, and by the way, my definition of a breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seem insurmountable unto you. You know, it's to be able to, most people in life, whether it's in their finances, they need a breakthrough, or maybe in their relationships, they need a breakthrough, or their spiritual life, they need a breakthrough, their business life. But we all get to points in our lives when we need a breakthrough. It's kind of like a combination lock, and you've got 3 numbers. You need just one more. And when you get that one more, that's that breakthrough that you've been looking for. And so if you're going to have a breakthrough, number one, it takes faith. And I use the metaphor of breaking a board. It takes faith. You see, if you think you are beaten, you are. And if you think you dare not, you won't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you will lose, you've already lost. For this powerful truth we find, success begins at a person's will. It's all a state of mind. For life's battles don't always go to the stronger woman or man, but sooner or later those who win are those who first think then know that they can. Booker T. Washington, that great black statesman of years gone by, said everything in life that I began with the ideal I can and will succeed. See, if you're going to have a breakthrough, you got to have faith. Some people say fake it till you make it. No. Faith it till you make it. And faith, F-A-I-T-H, stands for find answers in the heart. I like what Muhammad Ali said. He said, I said I was the greatest a long time before I ever believed it. And so sometimes our faith is increased by hearing ourselves talk. You know, MIT did a study. They said it takes 16 positive comments to offset one negative comment. And also they found out that 83% of our self-talk is negative. So I teach people to program themselves to success by using powerful words that they say to themselves so they can hear themselves saying it, so that will increase their faith. Because the good book says faith cometh by hearing. And so you need to hear something. So first of all, you got to have faith. So I used to watch them break boards. I was like, man, I could never do that. As long as I said I could never do it and thought I could never do it, I never tried. And guess what? I never did. And as long as you think you will never have a breakthrough, as long as you think where you are in your life is where you have to stay, that's where you'll stay. But I'm telling you, you can have a breakthrough. And by the way, you need this breakthrough mentality, and that is this. Everything in life worth doing was declared impossible by someone before it was done.